Hi everyone, welcome back to my next video. Today we're going to meet Beth.
Hello.
And Beth, you are living in this nice Ford pickup.
Yeah.
And how long have you been on the road now?
Since December 17th, so more than a month now, so.
You're good, you're just starting out?
I feel like I'm actually getting seasoned now, so it's kind of nice to get that feeling of being really comfortable with what I'm doing, so.
Good. And what do you think so far?
I love it. I feel like this is a cavern. I know some people think this is a tight space, but this just feels so expansive to me. I have everything I could ever want. I have room to put more stuff in, which I do not want to do, but I just feel like this is a really good space for me right now, so.
And like you said, most people are out there going, how could you possibly live in a pickup with just a shell? But it's good.
Yeah, it's everything I need. I feel like I'm living luxurious here. I have everything that I would have at home. It's just on a really easy to manage scale, so it's nice.
And are you retired?
Yes.
Retired and some kind of pension coming in or something?
I have retirement, but I also would like to do a little work camping just for fun.
Sure.
At places I want to be, so.
That's also good to replenish your income and match it.
Exactly.
I always worked. Always had an income coming in, but I worked because I kind of wanted to.
Yeah, me too.
How did you end up deciding to live on wheels?
I have been thinking about this for a long time, and I've actually done it before. I've lived on a bicycle for a long time. I lived in Alaska for a little bit, and I've been watching your videos the last 4 years, just dying at my job. I was running a nonprofit, which is a great thing, and I loved it for a long time, but time for the next phase, let the new generation take over, and I can do something else. So I've been watching and rotting at my desk, just thinking I got to get out there. So I'm really excited to finally get to do it.
So really, you kind of just have an adventurous spirit that says, let's go.
Definitely.
Yeah, and this is the ideal, a four-wheel drive pickup. That's the ideal way to get out and really see things.
And that was really important to me because I want to be able to get back and backpack and not have to worry about road conditions and getting stuck. So four-wheel drive was a big deal for me. So especially I'm young enough now that I can still do that. So I wanted to take advantage of that.
And so with a backpacking and bicycle touring background, it sounds like, this really is a huge amount of space compared to a backpack or a bike.
Yeah, it's like a palace to me. So, I mean, I guess it's all in how you think about things, but this feels almost like too much for me. And I feel like there's so many things I have that I didn't have when I did those other things, so.
Well, if with that background, bicycle riding and backpacking, did the house seem really too big to you while you lived in it?
Cluttered and full of stuff and just, and I've been taking care of my mom the last year and she passed away and I had to clean out her house and I was getting rid of my stuff and I'm just, get rid of this stuff. It's just, you don't need any of this stuff. None of it has meaning. I kept a few things of hers or paintings and gave them to my brothers and got them restored. And that's all that mattered to me in the end. I didn't need all of her. You don't need the crystal or the china or the stuff that just is meaningless. So it's really nice to just simplify. Right,
and cleaning out a beloved relative's stuff at the end of their life. They're not taking any of it with them.
Right.
And now none of it means a thing.
It really doesn't, but it's gone. So there's a peace of mind in it just being gone.
Yeah, so that's good. That's that kind of shapes your attitudes and opinions. Well, it can't be all that easy living in this tiny a space, or it doesn't seem like that to most of us.
Right.
Can you show us how you're doing it?
Sure.
Why don't we take a look, folks? We'll go see how she does it. So this is your little home.
Yeah, and pretty much everything is in here, except I keep my kitchen in the back seat, but I have my coffee and my stove. I built out this bed platform, really easy for me to get into. Nice, comfortable mattress. I have landscape fabric curtains that I made.
I can see through them.
Just a few magnets. Yeah, and you can't really see in, but you can tell someone's in here, but I have reflectix for when I want to black out, like we had that big full moon. I got to sleep like a baby because I just put the reflectix in there. So, but it looks like it's just tinted from the outside if you just leave the landscape fabric in.
Right. Very nice and cheap.
Really cheap. I had the landscape roll. Just sewed it in. And somebody gave me the magnets. So then I just use these little exercise mats I used to have.
Oh yeah.
And it's really nice just not to bang up your knees. You know, you get up here.
Yeah.
Have a couple boards for cooking, so I don't burn the tailgate or anything like that. But pretty straightforward. I mean, I have all my clothes under here and a little bit in there. Long-term storage is in that little purple bin back there.
Yeah, the tour isn't very long, is it?
Nope. And I have my bike. My bike fits
Right.
in there good. So there you go. Yeah, not much to it.
Yeah, just and you have to be a real true minimalist too. I mean, you have very few things.
I feel like I have a lot. I mean, I have all my backpacking and bike touring stuff under the front part of my bed. I mean, I'm carrying all this stuff around with me. So, and I have a lot of food in the car. I feel like I have too much. So it doesn't feel very minimalist to me. It feels like kind of extravagant, I guess is one way of looking at it.
One problem I think a lot of people would have would be the low height. So you're crawling around all the time, and you're just adapting to that.
Well, yeah, I mean, if you had really bad knees, I could see where this wouldn't work for you. I'm 54. I don't have the perfect knees, but this has been great because I have this, and I'll show you. I just get up here, and I'm not staying in here all day. This is not where I
Right.
live. So this is really, I sleep here. I take a nap here in the afternoon. But I'm not doing any of my living in here. I'm doing all my cooking out here. I have a little shower shelter that I have back at camp that I use for if I want to take a shower outside. I have a little solar power shower. That's pretty good, gets me clean. I've only taken one shower outside of that this month. So I think it works pretty well.
So you're outside unless it's bad weather.
Yeah, I didn't come out here to hide inside my shell, so
Right.
and I don't need to watch TV. I don't really care about any of that stuff, so this is this is great.
Yeah.
No distractions.
You are literally not hiding inside your shell,
No, hey, good one.
both figuratively and literally in this case.
Right.
Right. Yeah, it just looks perfectly practical and reasonable. And one of the great things about these pickups is the big back seat.
Oh,
so
yeah.
that really absorbs a lot of your stuff.
Yeah, my whole kitchen, and I have a refrigerator up there too, so like I have everything I could ever want in the back seat.
Let's take a look.
Okay. I keep all my dry goods on that side, and I have a big Dometic fridge. This
Yeah.
is way bigger. I mean,
That's a great big Dometic fridge.
and I only got it because the footprint was the same as the smaller one, and it wasn't that much more. But I've been able to store other people's stuff in here for them in our caravan. So it's been really nice just for being a good aspect of the community and helping everybody else out. But it's more than I need. So I have refrigeration. I have a couple of cook stoves that I use. Everything fits over there in my kitchen. And this is my shower. So everything for my shower and my bathing is in here. And all my dry goods are over there. And I run everything off one of the Jackeries and one solar panel, and I've had plenty of power, so.
And you drive. Well, you drive, of course, you charge.
Yeah, especially coming here with the distance, I've been able to charge everything up really easily, so
Right.
really nice.
And so the Jackery runs the fridge comfortably.
It runs it comfortably, and I've been sharing power with people who need to charge their CPAPs. I mean, I've been like powering everything.
Wow, that's
Like,
amazing.
I know when you said it minimalist, I'm like, I feel like I have too much of everything here, so it's been a pretty good way to share with people. So I keep all my water, just my jugs that I use daily down here. Just a couple of gallon jugs that I refill pretty frequently. I haven't even used this one. It has 7 gallons of water that I could use. You know, maybe when I'm out for a little longer, it'll be nice to have that, but I haven't even touched this, so plenty of water. Keep all my dishes, baggies, utensils all in here. And I have 2 bags of dry goods, so not too much there. And then I have a little day pack that has my hiking stuff in it, and that's it. That is my entire vehicle, and it works really well for me.
Do you have a stove?
I have a jet boil, and I also have a little whisper light, so I can cook longer things with that. But they're just stuff I had left over from backpacking that worked really well for me for right now.
Yeah, and you're cooking outside, so
Yeah,
it doesn't matter.
and I have a great windshield.
Yeah.
I don't have to like make something up. I just use the truck. I turn it the direction I need to, so
Right.
it's worked really well.
Yeah, you know, if you come at it from a backpacker's perspective, it's an enormous round room.
It really is.
You just can't imagine how you could possibly fill it all, if that is your perspective.
Yeah, I'm sure I'll pick up things and we'll see.
Right.
Like this talking stick I picked up from someone, so that kind of stuff will be fun.
Yeah, yeah. And you're joined with one of the groups now, the caravans.
Yeah, I've been with the women's caravans, moved a couple times since I've been here. It's always changing group of people, but really good group of people with a wide variety of backgrounds and experience. Really fun to get to know people, so.
So then that's one of the things that people worry often is, will I make friends? Will I be lonely? And that has not been an issue for you.
No, I mean, I think everybody initially on your way out, you're like, you know, like the first night I'm in Fargo trying to keep my refrigerator from freezing, and I'm by myself, and I'm thinking, why did I buy this thing? What am I doing out here? And then I got up with the women's caravan, and everybody had similar experiences, and now we know each other, and we're all exchanging where we're going to be. So I think you just got a whole nomadic community you can plug into anywhere we go now.
Right, absolutely. And there'll be bonds that you'll have for the rest of your life.
I think so, yeah.
That's been my experience, and nearly everyone I know's experience.
That's great.
Now, you are kind of an adventurous person. So if you were out bicycle touring and backpacking, your family and friends must have been used to the idea of you just going. So when you started talking about living in the back of a truck, what was their reaction?
No, I think it's just like another one of these things you're going to do. So, yeah, not a big surprise. Yeah, people know me. So, and it's not like I've kept it a secret and it was just boiling inside me. I've always shared that I wanted to do this. So,
great.
Yeah, and they don't worry. They just don't. They're not. It's not their world, but they're fine with it, and they know that it makes me happy. So it's good.
And with your adventurous spirit, you can't have a lot of fear, or you wouldn't be out backpacking, and you wouldn't be out bike riding. So, but were you afraid at the idea of coming out here and doing this?
Well, I think as a woman, especially, you have to use your common sense and recognize your inner gut when it's saying this isn't a good place, move on.
Right.
Like you've said before, you're on wheels. If you don't like it, just drive somewhere.
Right.
I've done it a couple times already, and it was great where I ended up. So just listening to yourself is a really good guide to being safe.
By far the best.
Yep.
So fear has not been a big problem, and of course you haven't really been out very long, but no problem so far.
No, just the cold.
Just the cold. It has been kind of cold here in the desert. And on the drive down here, you went through some very cold country.
Yeah, but it's good. It's really good. I'm enjoying myself a lot and really loving meeting people and appreciate this whole community.
Okay, the two standard questions. I just have to ask this, or people will be mad at me.
Okay.
How are you going to the bathroom here?
Okay. Well, I have a little bottle that I use with a feminine device that allows me at night to use that, so I don't have to get out of the truck. Mm-hmm. And I just empty that out in the morning wherever I go, so that's pretty easy. And then I have the bucket, which I have not used at all because I don't think you really need it. I just use a bag, and like I said, I'm young enough that it's not a big deal on my knees to squat and take care of that. So. Mm-hmm. I have a little shower hut that I could use for privacy. Haven't used that yet. And in some of the places it's so remote, I'm a backpacker, so I just go out and dig a hole and enjoy the view. There's no one there, so then I don't have to carry anything around, which I really like. So that part I like. It's just not having to deal with that at all. I never wanted to have a luggable loo or anything like that where I had to carry stuff around.
No, that doesn't appeal to me either. So
it's kind of nice just keeping it simple, and everybody has their way of dealing with it. It was a great topic at the fire the other night where everybody had a different way of dealing with it, but that's mine, and it works for me.
And my next question then is, we kind of covered showers already. You have a solar hot water heater bag? I
have just a little black bag that I heat up the water with, and I have a USB powered shower, but I find that I don't use enough water for it to pick that up. I only need like a half gallon, so. And I can wash my whole self really good with that. Like I wash my hair, use a washcloth, wipe down, and then even soak my feet afterwards. So I don't really need that much.
Humans stayed clean for a very long time before the invention of indoor plumbing, hot water heaters. So anything other that you've done that you would recommend for people? So people are out there listening and thinking, man, you're so brave. I could never do that.
Oh, no. There's so many people that I met that you would never think they would do this, and anyone can do this. If you want to go, don't. It's always going to be chaos up until you do it. Just go, and you'll figure out all the pieces later. It'll work. Right. So, I mean, I know a lot of people like me have been thinking about it for a while and planning, but I think you could just go and pick yourself up as you go along and sort it out. So, don't be afraid.
Thank you so much, Beth, for sharing your home and your life with us. It's a true inspiration. Thank you.
Thank you, Bob, and I really appreciate learning from all these videos and hope people get something out of this one.
Good, I'm sure they will. Folks, I know you're going to get something out of this video. If you do, like us on YouTube, subscribe to the channel, hit that thumbs up button, and we'll talk to you.